Hi there, I am Vasudhesh Bhat and I work here at HUL. Today, I am going to tell you guys a little more about how we drive the financial growth model for some of the biggest businesses here in HUL. I think consumer love and passion for high performance. I got this opportunity to kickstart the flagship Unilever Future Leadership Program, and honestly, that was a big kickstart. The day I was told that you have an opportunity to become the CFO of Unilever Nepal, I'll never forget that. It was Singapore, and global immersion with a very different culture and perspective is always fun. So FGM, as we call it, the financial growth model, is a business model through which we drive growth by generating a fuel for growth. And then we invest this fuel for growth into our brands to further drive growth. And whenever we are speaking of growth here, it has 4 dimensions too. The growth needs to be consistent, it needs to be competitive, it needs to be profitable, and of course it always needs to be responsible. So let's take an example of a product, say a Vaseline body lotion. If we look at top line, and it starts from how do we price our products, what are the promotions that we run, and hence what is the net revenue that we generate, which is normally also called as the turnover. And then if you come to the middle bucket of the P&L, those are all the costs. What costs goes into raw materials, packing materials, in production and distribution of our products to ultimately to our customers. So the last bucket is the investment bucket. These are all the brand and marketing investments and our overhead cost, which gives us the capability to do the business. So these are the different levers of P&Ls. Actions are taken and decisions are taken across all of these levers of P&L to see how at the end of the day, every rupee that goes into this P&L will at the end of the day drive growth, gives us profitability. Everything is common sense and business acumen. So even a business leader today who is leading a category is expected to know the financial growth model. So I would say the prerequisite is to have a business understanding and a business acumen, and to know how do we drive the business model of a category or a product. So I've been for 8 years now, and I started my career as a management trainee, where you're given different stints and given a snapshot of how different finance function operates. Post that, for a year I was a part of the ice cream business team, a category which I really love. And then from a category partnering role, I went to a supply chain partnering role. I was in Pondicherry factory, partnering all the home care set of factories in make function. A very different experience to get a ground level knowledge of how execution happens in terms of supply chain. Then I went to Nepal as the CFO of Unilever Nepal. Again, a very different experience to see how you drive business from a 360-degree point of view. Then a very unique opportunity to go to Singapore and have a global immersion of how long-term business for a brand is driven. And from there I came back to my current role of partnering the skincare and Lakme business finance. As you can see, it's the versatility and the variety of roles that HUL offers you is what really keeps us going. Honestly, I thought for you to be a finance business partner here in HUL, you need to have a history. So I never thought I will be a good finance business partner and probably limit myself to a pure corporate accounts kind of a role. But after coming here, I understand it's all about having good business acumen and putting common sense into the right time and then at the right place in the decisions that you take. That's the biggest myth, honestly, HUL has broken, saying that there's no experience and history which is needed. You just have to apply your mind and understand the business. With that, you should be able to do any business partnering role. So my advice would be, it's not about numbers, it's the feel of the numbers that you inculcate. You need to understand the business, understand how consumers think and how every decision that you take impacts consumers. The moment you start inculcating that in your thinking, it flows into every decision that you take. If you really want to dip yourself and get your hands dirty in running a business, this is the place to be.